one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. Martin Luther King Jr. Happy heavenly solar return. Full moon at 27 degrees Cancer at 6:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, opposite pulverizing Pluto in governmental Capricorn, just as Mercury goes retrograde in revolutionary Aquarius and explosive Uranus goes direct in raging bull Taurus. Battlefield Earth. You're turning me on. You're turning me on. The feeling was gone now, baby, yeah. The even darker, but the darkest winter goes ballistic as the bold and the brave face off against Big Brother. Oh yes, it's order out of curated chaos, contradiction, confusion, bread and circus. While we were distracted debating Downing Street drinks parties, drama, and gnashing our teeth for or against, so scripted, the Novak narrative. The not so trialed or tested needle Nagasaki went nuclear. I need my notes for this. Yes, they were shooting up school kids, while soccer players and sudden death celebrities dropped like flies. Oh yes. The Supreme Court sidelined the Constitution while they were showboating. Yeah, the Supreme Court in the US.
We begin this morning, though, with a big loss for the Biden administration and the Supreme Court and its efforts to enforce sweeping COVID vaccine mandates for large private companies.
It was a 6-3 ruling. The court, led by its conservative majority, wrote that OSHA, that's the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, did not have the power to regulate public health and what impact it could have on any future legal challenges to vaccine mandates.
The court essentially concluded that OSHA overstepped its bounds. No surprise when you consider a justice like Gorsuch's history. This is something that Gorsuch has always been cautious of, is what he called the regulatory behemoth, the idea that the regulatory agencies of this country, who are not elected and who don't go through a democratic process in order to create law, simply create rules that govern the country. And so no surprise, if you've been following Gorsuch's career, that this is an opinion that would come from a court upon which he sits. Basically, the reasoning is that OSHA has a job to regulate workplace safety.
All employees, that's all employees of any hospital, will have to be vaccinated protectively. Now, doctors' offices take Medicare and some take Medicaid, and clinics do too. And I don't know how the ruling is going to affect private physicians and their care of patients. That's interesting. Then the second point is police and fire do not take government funds unless they're in a specific category, and neither do EMS people. But some EMS programs do take Medicaid and Medicare funds for their transports, for example, critical care transport. So they're going to be under the gun as well.
Yeah, I want to talk more about what you're talking about there. It was a separate 5-4 decision from the Supreme Court. They did allow a similar vaccine mandate to stand for medical facilities that take Medicare or Medicaid payments. So, Danny, I'll ask you, talk to us about the reasoning behind the court's split decision on both of these mandates, why they were okay with one but not the other.
The power of the spending power. It's nothing like the Commerce Clause power, but quietly the federal government can regulate what a lot of people do in the states using the power of the purse. And this is no exception. The court is essentially saying that facilities that accept money from the federal government in the form of Medicare or Medicaid do have to comply with vaccine mandates.
And the G7, as we speak, are pushing through, wait for it, draconian passport, quarantine, prison, and silencing paperwork. You've got to keep your eye on the legislation. I can't can't see. I'm being blinded by the light. The Sun Capricorn, UK and Australia. Opposite sign Cancer, USA. And cardinal sign Libra, France. Yeah. Countries. Yeah. They brought the smoke. And the Cancer Capricorn themed theatre, concocting a veritable cornucopia, there's that word again, cornucopia, of Capricorn and Cancer themed psyops to cover up their crimes against humanity and to catapult their controlled economic collapse. Well, that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. As predicted, of course, in their favourite season, one more time, the sons of Saturn synchronized their shenanigans to the big clock in the sky. Quelle surprise. Where was I? Can't even see it. And, of course, under this wolf full moon, they went all out to bring their diabolical Dark Winter 2.0 plans, seeded all the way back in July at the new moon in Cancer, yes, to bring them to a crescendo. They focused on the 4 Fs associated with the Cancer-Capricorn axis. Yes, it's an axis. It's a continuum. Yep. Yeah, and yes, we have 4 Fs. The 4 Fs are fuel, food, family, and finances. And they brought those all 4 to fruition. Yes, well, their dastardly plans. Okay, F1. F is for fuel. Well, fuel costs skyrocketed, yeah, worldwide, and provided the perfect cover for the attempted coup during the Kurdistan crisis, yes. All that phony war propaganda, it's all part of it, yeah. They're all in it together, yes. And yes, from that, featuring the arch nemesis, yeah, Russia, yes, the Ukraine threatening oil withholding, election rigging, Russia, yes, the Russians are coming again and again and again. Next week it'll be China. It's so classic 1984. I mean, they really think we're stupid or we didn't read literature at school. Well, they've dumbed down everyone, haven't they? I can't even see. Oh, you're blinding me with light. Okay, why do I always do this in the dead of night? Well, so I can give you the full moon. Where was I? Yeah. F is for food. Well, the supply chain shortages and the anti-carbon, you do realise that humans are carbon-based, but we won't go into that yet.
Where is Lieutenant Ilea?
That unit no longer functions. I've been given its form to more readily communicate with the carbon-based units infesting Enterprise.
Carbon-based units?
Humans, Ensign Perez. Us.
The climate change madness, yes, has basically shut down our local farms, apart from the ones that are owned by a certain Bill Gurley Gates, yeah, and they've devastated the supermarkets, yeah. So, the Allied Army marches on its stomach, but not round here. But to be honest with you, I could have sworn I saw certain people feasting on the finest Angus beef back at their Halloween Sanhem jet-propelled sacrifice summit. Yeah, I could have swore I saw some tasties, but I must be mistaken. I mean, surely it was all about insect salad and veggie burgers for the great and the good. I must be mistaken. Oh, the hypocrisy. What is this? What does it say here? Oh, and finally, F is for finance. Well, with... Oh, no. We haven't got to finance yet. Family. F is for family. Well, with their Kramer versus Kramer COVID campaign, they've split the families down the middle between suddenly sick spike protein promoters and the pro-choice I've got an immune system, freedom fighters. So now we get to the finances. And yes, protesting parents are pitted against Parliament and propagandised school principals. I mean, now that they're actually finally coming for our preteens and even pregnant women openly, with no shame. Finally, finances, F is for finances. Well, with the ever increasing inflation, you know, it's increasing hourly, yeah, we are now paying the price for compliance and complacency. There's also dictators worldwide instigating unlawful no jab, no job, vax or tax, unconstitutional edicts. But never fear, with Mercury retrograde moving backwards in revolutionary Aquarius and unruly Uranus direct, there is hope. Even the best laid nefarious plans can come a cropper, you know, under the pushback and the power of the people. Yeah, but we're going to get all the way down into that uncensored. The spicy, as Hugo Talkers would say, the spicy version. And I will have the red hot receipts waiting for you in Sonya, Stars and Soul. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Well, yeah, take heart. You see, we've got to keep a cool Capricorn head and not bow to the mass psychosis, yeah, during this critical phase. Instead, try to incorporate the canny calculation of the most self-serving and self-protective sign of the zodiac. You know, we don't have to give in to the Cancer emotionalism and you know, walking around being all explosive in feelings-wise. That's what they want. Don't bow to that trigger. No. I think that if we play our cards right, all around the world, resistance is rising. So let's cut through the crap and the other confusion, yeah, controlled, curated confusion, come together and answer the only real remaining question, which is their great reset or ours. Do not consent. Do not comply. Fortune favors the brave.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war. This is a war that we living through. Never reveal to you that they also leaving killing you. They don't tell you what the hell you agreeing to. She been hurting you.